Happy Friday, everybody! Today we're going to be reading this book because your assignment today on your packet was to, read a book where a character travels somewhere. And we're going to talk about some of the events that happen in the book. So when you travel, that means you go from one place to another place. You can travel by bicycle, by walking, by running, by riding a plane, by riding in a car. You can travel a bunch of different ways. But in this story, our character is going to travel by bicycle. So this is Bear on a Bike by Stella Blackstone and Debbie Harter. Bear on a bike as happy as can be. Where are you going, Bear? Please wait for me. I'm going to the market where fruit and flowers are sold, where people buy fresh oranges and pots of marigold. These are marigold right here. They are a type of flower. Bear on a raft as happy as can be. Where are you going, Bear? Please wait for me. So now, instead of his bike, he's traveling by a raft. A raft is kind of like a boat that somebody made. And let's see, he said he was going, he didn't say where he was going. I'm going to the forest, where fearsome creatures prowl, where raccoons play and bobcats snarl and hungry foxes howl. So he said he was going to the forest. I wonder why he would want to go there, because I see some scary-looking animals. I don't know. Bear on a wagon as happy as can be. Where are you going, Bear? Please wait for me. So this is a wagon. A long time ago, before people had cars, they used to travel in these things called covered wagons. And some of you might have a wagon at your house that you like to pull things around in, or your mom and dad might pull you in. This wagon is a lot bigger, and it's covered with this kind of fabric to keep all their stuff inside safe. And if you notice, they usually have a horse or a cow or an ox pulling the wagon. I'm going to the prairie where wild buffaloes roam, where graceful eagles soar and glide, and prairie dogs make their home. So this place is called the prairie. These are called buffaloes. These are the prairie dogs. Let's see where he goes next. Bear in a steam train, as happy as can be. Where are you going, Bear? Please wait for me. So another way to go places is by what? Train. I'm going to the seaside where children love to play, where young friends dig and race and swim while fishes dart away. So he rode on the train to the beach. Bear on a boat as happy as can be. Where are you going, Bear? Please wait for me. So right here he's on a boat called a sailboat. This part is called the sail. What it does is it's made out of fabric or, cloth, and what it does is it catches the wind, and the wind uses it to pull the boat and make it move. So let's see where he's going. I see he's looking over here. I see some trees. Maybe he's going to another forest. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to an island where magic starfruits grow, where herons fish in secret groves, and sparkling rivers flow. So an island is a piece of land that's surrounded all by water. So the only way to get to an island is to swim or to ride in a boat. Oh, and I see an animal right here that we would have learned about if we had stayed in school. This is called a dolphin. Let's see where he goes next. Bear in a balloon, as happy as can be. Where are you going, Bear? Please wait for me. So this is called a hot air balloon. Sometimes people don't really use these to travel anymore, but what they do is they have a basket or some kind of container on the bottom, and the balloon fills full of air and lifts people up into the air, and it can float in the air, kind of slow, but you can use it to get to places. I'm going to a rainbow where the earth meets the sky, where the clouds turn to rain and bright-winged parrots fly. That's a really pretty picture. Bear in a carriage, as happy as can be. Where are you going, Bear? Please wait for me. So this is another thing people used to use a long time ago before we had cars. They had carriages. So it's kind of like a car. It has a place for you to sit, and it has some wheels. But instead of being pushed by your motor, by using gas in your car, a horse or more than one horse would pull the carriage. So let's see where he's going. It looks to me like he's wearing a fancy hat and a fancy bow. So maybe he's going to a party. I'm going to a castle where night is turned to day, where princes and princesses dance and merry music plays. Bear on a rocket flying through the night. Wherever you're going, Bear, goodbye and good night. So this little boy has been following Bear the whole time, saying, wait for me, and now he's saying good night. So rockets are used to travel where? They're used to travel to outer space. So Bear is being an astronaut right now. He's going to outer space, and he's wearing this dome, this circle on his head, so that he can breathe, because there is no air in space. You have to have your own air in your suit. The end. He traveled all the way to the moon. All right, so our question today was, what were some of the events in the book? An event is something that happened. So what happened in our book? Well, if we need to go back and look, we can see that in our book, one event that happened was Bear got on his bicycle and he traveled to the market. So that is an event. That's something that happened in our book. He got on his bike, he traveled to the market, then he got in a raft. And where did he travel next? Do you remember? He traveled to that forest with a bunch of scary animals. Next, he got on a wagon and he traveled to, see if you remember, the prairie. He traveled to the prairie where all the buffaloes and the prairie dogs were. Then he got on a train. Do you remember where he traveled to the train? Here's a hint. He's wearing a bathing suit and he has a life preserver. He traveled on a train to the beach. Next, he got in a sailboat. And remember, we saw this right here. He's looking at where he's going next. Where did he go next? He went to the island, and after the island, he got on the hot air balloon. And where do hot air balloons go? Do they go left to right? They go down, or do they go up? If you said up, you're correct. Hot air balloons go up, and he traveled to see the rainbows and the parrots. Next, he got in the carriage. And then he went to the party. And the last thing he did was he got on the rocket and he traveled to the moon. So there were a lot of events in our story that happened. I hope everyone had a great week, and I hope you have an even better weekend. Bye!